I had a dream recently, and I heard the Lord saying over and over, I am about to deal with and break the spirit of religion. God is going to deal with the religious spirit in this new era, in ways we have never seen. I still remember the day many years ago, when the Lord whispered to me, a mighty move of my spirit is coming, and if you do not have eyes to see, and ears to hear, and live close to my heart, you will be greatly offended by the move of my spirit. Immediately I was taken back to story after story in the Gospels, where their Pharisees were so offended by Jesus and by his acts. The pride that was carried by the Pharisees when Jesus walked the earth is the same pride that God is dealing with in the church right now, and it has only just begun. The Lord is cleaning house. His love is so ferocious and so deep for the world and for his bride, that he is bringing a deep purification to his church. My friend Anita Alexander had an encounter with the Lord, where she heard the Lord say, I love the world enough to deal with my house, and that's exactly where we are now. The way that the Lord is going to move is going to shake the religious mindsets and expose the spirit of religion in the church in a way we have never seen. The Lord's heart in shaking up his house in such intense ways in this new era is to bring forth his true ecclesia, and to see his people walk in humility and purity before him and carry his spirit. There is going to be great demonstrations of offense in the way the Lord is going to move, where he will move, how he will move, and those areas of offense will expose the religious spirit, but he is about to deal with it and break it. The dealings of the Lord to bring down this religious spirit and expose it is going to be intense, and there may be mess in the shaking, but the Lord is going to bring forth healing to his bride. He is going to bring forth freedom in his bride. He is going to bring total reformation to his church. The Lord has had me in Luke 7:36-50 so much lately, the story of the woman who anointed the feet of Jesus. There is much in this story that the Lord is revealing for the era we have entered that I will be sharing over the coming months, but there will be radical demonstrations of worship, a deeper level of worship than we have ever entered and encounter with the Lord, and who the Lord will use and the way we see him move in this era, that will offend if you do not have eyes to see and ears to hear. There is a sound of worship, adoration, and undignified expression of love for Jesus that is going to be seen in the church, and in the harvest coming in this new era, that if we don't carry the heart of God and know him well, could find the people of God criticizing or standing against a move of God, and that is not a place we want to be. This deep undignified worship of Jesus that doesn't care what others think, or are caged by the fear of man, will arise in the earth like never before. It will be so undignified that religious mindsets, and where the religious spirit resides, will find it offensive. 2 Samuel 6:14-22. This will be key in the church moving out of Saul's house, and the Davids arising in the earth. The church will transition into a deep place of worshiping the Lord in spirit and in truth. John 4:24. The move of God that's coming, and the fear of the Lord being restored to the church, is going to expose the religious spirit and the pride of man, and bring forth such a beautiful work of his spirit, bringing cleansing and purification for a greater positioning of Isaiah 60. There's such a deep invitation into his heart right now, deeper than ever, to hear his heartbeat, hear his voice, and see and hear as he sees. God is dealing with this spirit of religion. He is dealing with elitism and with pride. He is thundering to his people that humility is the key. He has told you, O man, what is good, and what does the Lord require of you except to be just, and to love, and to diligently practice kindness, compassion, and to walk humbly with your God, setting aside any overblown sense of importance or self-righteousness. Micah 6:8 amp. One of the way God is going to deal with the spirit of religion is he is going to disrupt and interrupt in this new era, and he is going to move in such a powerful way. He is going to demonstrate that he is the God who cannot be controlled or contained. He is going to raise up the true ecclesia. He is going to raise up the church in ways we have never seen. He is truly looking for those who truly love him and follow him. He is bringing his people into freedom. He is bringing his church into freedom. Where the religious spirit has contained, suffocated and killed, there is a dealing of the Lord upon that religious spirit. There is a great urgency of the hour, as we move further into this new era, that we embrace the move of God whatever it looks like, to live so close to his heart that we recognize him and his move even if when it looks different to what we expect, and not be offended or kill a move of God, because it doesn't fit into our box. There has been a civil war in the church, and it will flare up louder than ever as God deals with this spirit of religion in this new era, but know in the noise when it happens, that there is a mass deliverance upon the church, and the sound of freedom will resound, and as the shaking and deconstruction happens, as we transition into the new thing God is doing and going to do, the true ecclesia is going to arise in unity, John 17, strength, humility, boldness and power. In the deep dealing of this religious spirit in the church by the hand of God, the true bride will arise in his love and power, and shine in the earth like she has never shone before.